Oh, folks, after securing an unlikely promotion to the Football League in the last episode, we now have the job of strengthening this team over the summer so they can compete. I mean, it's just as well we're going professional, isn't it? Hello and welcome back to Unemployed to Legend, episode 18 here with Curzon Ashton. My name is Craig, and coming up in today's episode we have the season review and the transfers across the entire summer. Now, obviously this is only happening a few minutes, literally for me, after securing promotion, so I'm still in a little bit of shock. So don't mind if a smile just breaks out across my face at some random points. But we have literally just finished the game, and I'm now going to be doing another coaching course just to celebrate, as well as taking the club professional. We did that little meeting with the board at the end of the last episode, so we are now going professional as a club from the 12th of June, so about a month and a half. We're still in April, just realised. And also we have the budgets. We didn't actually view those in the last episode, so we'll view these and then we'll just go straight towards the season review when it actually appears. So what have the board have given me? It was an 11,500 in wage budget for last season. 13 grand with 82 grand on transfers. That's pretty good, actually. And to be fair, that gives us a solid 4,500 in wage budget to spend. And if we do make like the budget adjustments, then that gives us potentially another 1.5 grand on top. So looking about 5 to 6 grand on wages, which is probably what we will end up doing. Okay, so here we are with the season review finally, so we can just get straight into it. End of season, and there is the National League trophy. Just to let you know, this is the first time I've actually ever won the National League. So that's another one off the list. Nice to know that I can actually win the National League and get ourselves out, or get a team out of non-league. So here we go. The transfers that came in for this season, and apparently the signing of the season. Harvey Godsmark Ford. I can't disagree with that. 100% signing of the season. If it wasn't for this man, honestly, I don't think we'd be anywhere near the league title. But he has been absolutely fantastic. We have him signed up for next season already, and chances are we'll be probably making him professional first, depending of course on what he wants. Arnaldo Krasniqi, he came in from Huddersfield on loan and he made a difference, especially when we lost Harry Flowers and Michael Collins decided to go out of form. Sam Durant has dragged us to results, or close to results, more often than not in the second half of the season, so I'm very happy with him. He's signed up for next season as well. Hopefully we'll get Krasniqi back on loan from Huddersfield. Josh Dugmore, we got him in from Bromsgrove Sporting, who are not even in the game. And he's one of our signings of the summer. I don't know what to say to that. Absolute find, absolute steal. Just generally all-round fantastic midfielder. We get any more midfielders like him, I will be very, very happy next season. Ollie Younger, he's been okay. Martin Svedersky, it's a shame we're going to be losing him. He's already going to Seneca, as announced previously, in Slovakia, so we're going to need to replace him for next season. We are going to miss his assists and his general left-back play, which is a bit of a shame, but it's all good. It's all good. We've got the summer to find another left-back, and the fact we're in the Football League now will hopefully make it a little easier, I hope. Cross fingers. Other signings-wise, the likes of Scott Smith, Liam O'Neill, they did their job well enough. They didn't really play as much as they probably should have. Jean-Luc Laban, he'll be leaving because he can't get a work permit. Luckily he's on non-contract anyway. Liam Coyle has been fantastic as backup to Lati Fairweather and in midfield as well. Bradley Taylor's probably going to end up going back to Walsall. He played but not that much, so he's very unhappy. And Tyree Shade will probably be leaving because he did nothing for most of the season while he was here. No assists and no goals from him. Amazingly, the board were very happy about bringing Bradley Taylor in, although that's because very good value for money. No surprise, that's all they're going to be thinking about. A season to remember, we avoided a relegation battle. Yeah, I think we did that pretty well. I think we did alright. Top of the league. They're delighted that the team won Vanarama National League this season. We didn't go far in the FA Cup, only to the 3rd round, so not much prize money I can imagine from there. Biggest win was the 7-0 smacking of Lowestoft in the FA Cup 4th qualifying round. We beat Oldham 5-1. That was the game that made me realise we'll compete very well at National League level. Beating Maidstone in February. Oh, that's the goal of the season, right? So that was Sam Durant, I'm going to assume, considering he's the only one who scored that. Pity we can't see that because they took that function away. As far as club reputation goes, it has gone up to a 1.5 star. Still regional, but... Oh no, from local to regional. So I don't know why it says local here. That must be a glitch. Sponsorship is up. That's pretty good. Broadcast revenue is down. That's because of the lack of FA Cup games. Corporate hospitality is up. Competition prize money is way down. That's the FA Cup right there. And matchday revenue was up because we managed to get more fans through the gates. Because obviously pushing for promotion attracts a lot of fans. Made nearly 5.5k on merchandise. McKay was top shirt seller with Svedersky. That's going to change. Shades, that will change. He's going to be gone. And a Moteng and Adabiyi round out the top 5. Only 93 shirts sold. So how many did the likes of Adabiyi and Moteng sell then? McKay, I guess, would have sold the lion's share as our main striker. This is going to be our best 11 of the season, apparently. So Vucevic was in goals, Svedersky, Collins, Godsmart Ford and Lati Fairweather. I would probably replace Collins with Krasniki, but I think No, he came in November. So he'd have had half a season. Swap out Collins for Krasniki and that will be the defence that I'd have gone with. Adabiyi and Doug Moore in midfield, yes. Adam Thomas and Sam Durant in the wings. Yeah, I'll go with that. Thomas was very injury prone at times in the middle of the season, but he came good towards the end. He just keeps changing my mind. When I think he's done, he changes my mind and makes me realise he's got something to offer this club. Jack McKay and Moteng as the 2 top strikers. Yes, but I think we're going to need to replace at least 1 or 2 of these strikers this summer. Because I don't think they'll cut it in the National League. Moteng will get his chance, but the other 2, McGlynn and McKay, I'm not too sure. Accolades, let's have a look. Vanarama National League North Manager of the Month. I haven't been in the National League North for a season. That's a glitch. National League Manager of the Month for August and October. Very nice. Record breakers, Jack McKay, 3 goals in a league match. Moteng, 16 assists for this season. Not bad for a target forward. Vucevic broke his own clean sheet record, 24 this season. That is really, really good. He has stepped up massively. He is signed up for next season as well. Godswap Ford played the match 9 times. He's also the youngest player, 18 years and 100 days. Bad to think he's 19 years old. And he's the youngest goal scorer at 18 years, 103 days. Absolutely magnificent league. Champions. I am very, very pleased with that. And yes, here we go. Club vision and expectations meetings. So, fight bravely against relegation. Absolutely realistic. This is a club who have never, ever been in the Football League before. They're going to want to fight bravely against relegation, but it's loosely translated as, I won't get sacked if I go down. Obviously, I don't want to go down, but it basically allows me a bit more freedom for this season. Let's go into negotiate for this. Play defensively solid football, play possession football, play high tempo pressing football. I don't know how well we're going to be doing defensively solid, but the other 2 we could probably do. My contract goes at the end of next season. That's fine. Fight bravely against relegation. That's fine. We haven't got anything for the cups. Well, we'll be in the first round of the FA Cup anyway, so it's fine. So we will accept that. They won't let me take defensively solid football out. I've tried before. It's desired. It's not required. It's just a desired one. Squad dynamics. Highly influential players. Knowles became Collins. I don't know if any of those 3 are going to be here at the end of the summer. McKay might be, but Knowles and Collins? Oof, I have no idea. I don't think so. Actually, no, Collins... Collins? Sorry, Collins is here for next season. I signed him up because he's only 22 years old. Right, we've got to fight bravely against relegation. So where is that? Congratulations on achieving promotion. We can avoid a relegation battle. Nope. Let's see. We're good enough not to be involved. Nope. I'm confident we can avoid. Nope. I'll give you all a chance to keep us up next year. No, you won't let me down. I'll have to strengthen the squads to make sure we have a good chance of avoiding relegation straight back down. I'm going to go with this one. How are you all hurt? Godsmart, Ford and Emoteng have sense. Everybody else is like, how dare you? How dare you? Well, what do you want me to do? Not strengthen? Emboldened. Yeah, you know what, that's fine. They're emboldened. It's nice to see a bit more realism in your expectations. Yep, cool. Want you all to enjoy your breaks. We can discuss promises when you're back for pre-season. Cool, cool. How did everybody just get so offended at me saying I need to strengthen? Right, they're all on pre-season break. Is there any point doing the mentoring? We will anyway. Right, so what's going to happen now is I'm going to go and try and renew contracts, professional contracts that is, unless we can't do that until June. But otherwise we will be back around June time, just in case any other players are coming in, especially youth players. And we shall see what plans we are going to be making for the summer transfers. All I know is July the 1st is the key date for us, with players from the Premier League and Championship being released, and hopefully we'll actually be able to get some of them this time. Well, in some annoying news, the local council have blocked our plans to actually expand Tameside Stadium. Currently 4,000 supporters can fit in, with a potential to be expanded to 7,000. But the council have basically said, nope, not happening. On some good news, however, the Curzon Ashton board are delighted with me for accepting a new contract until 2025, £1,100 a week full time. So a bit of an increase. I say a bit, what, £275 a week going to full time. I'm going to guess I'm the first full time person at the club, so very, very happy. Nice little pay increase. Here's hoping it all goes up from here. We have made it to the 1st of July, which means free transfer day, but also the release of a bunch of players who are now out of contract. 10 players to be exact from our National League winning squad. Dominic Knowles, Liam O'Neill, Adam Thomas, Marcus Wood, Harry Flowers, Joe McGlynn, Alex Curran, Tobias Hales, Doherty, Tyree Shade and Matty Waters. The only ones I'm really sad about are Dominic Knowles, who was an influential player, highly influential, but he barely played for us last season at 31 years old. He just wasn't going to get the game time. Adam Thomas I did offer a contract to, but he wanted an extortionate amount of money. So we just said goodbye to him, because hopefully we will be able to get a player of a few wingers who are way younger with a bit more potential. I didn't realise Adam Thomas is about 29 years old, so hopefully we will be able to replace him, as well as a bunch of trialists, a couple of whom we are trying to get in on a contract. If those contracts go through, I will let you know. That means we now have a squad. Good God, it's actually so small. Wow. So we now have a squad of how many? 13. We're going to have a heck of a summer to get all the trialists in and hopefully signed up. We have had some transfer activity, namely Lati Fairweather is back on loan with us for the season, the 3rd season in a row for the 20-year-old right back. Still showing us 3-star accountability, 5-star potential, hence why I did bring him back. He knows the squad. I know he's a very good player and his potential to be League 2. Hopefully we'll find that out this season. 2 other signings as well. We have another goalkeeper, Jordan Easton, 21-year-old English goalkeeper, 3.5-star accountability, 5-star potential. He does not come in as my starting goalkeeper. He's a cup goalkeeper. Vucevic will still be the man who's starting in between the sticks in league games, but it's up to him to try and keep his place ahead of Easton, because otherwise, well, hopefully Easton will step up to the plate and become a very good goalkeeper for us. He's got a bit more physicality as well compared to Jean-Luc Laban. So here is hoping that Easton is a worthwhile investment for us in the future. And our last signing that we've brought in so far this summer is Scott Smith, who has signed with us on a permanent contract, 3-star accountability, 4-star potential, for the 22-year-old central midfielder. Physically, mentally, we've got exactly what I need. He's not too bad technically as well for what we need. He's quite defensive actually. Saying that, he's quite good at tackling. Then again, we saw that as a ball-winning midfielder last season. Played a lot of games actually, more than I thought he did. Only started 16 times, but he'll be fine as a backup at the very minimum. He comes in on a free from Wigan after his contract ran out. Another player who could be League 2 in the future, hence why we bring them in. Same policy almost as last summer. Bring in players with that good potential. He's still 22 years old, he could still improve to a great degree. Right, so what is going to happen now? In fact, I'll just show you some players that we are trying to get in, apart from a bunch of trialists. There's only players who I'm trying to get in. Cameron Green, a 24-year-old. Left back, because we have 0 left backs in the squad. Ignore the D rating. I see him as quite a decent attacking fullback. Look at that pace. That will blitz anyone, I think, in League 2. Oh, it's worth noting. Martin Svedersky has also left for Seneca. That was a transfer that was already arranged during the season. We are cheekily trying to get him back on loan, but I don't see that happening. So there's nothing else really to say. I'm just sad that he's gone. If we can get someone who's almost half as good as him, I think we'd have done very, very well. It's just a shame I couldn't offer him a contract last season, because he had some extortionate wage demands, which we couldn't meet as a part-time club. Femi Akinwande as a striker / attacking midfielder. Physically, he looks good. He's been scouted, weirdly, but it's saying scouting in progress, even though it's 100%. I can only guess a glitch, but he looks like a good player who we could bring in up front. Right, so I'm going to bring in a bunch of trialists. I'm going to try and do my best to get as many in on contracts as possible. This is going to be a very, very fun summer. It's our first one as a full-time professional club. So I'm hoping we're a bit more attractive to players this summer than last summer. Oh, that was a long, long summer, but that's what happens when you have to do the transfers. It takes many hours, literally, to get an entire squad together, and that's what it's been. Several hours since I last spoke with you, but finally I believe we have a decent squad for the forthcoming League 2 season. So we'll go through all the players who have actually come in, everyone from Scott Smith downwards. Actually, it's not that many. I thought it was a lot more. I thought it was like 10 or 11 players, but oh well, 7 players. We'll just go through them anyway. If you want to have a quick look or more in-depth look at each of the players, just feel free to pause the video and have a look at their attributes. I just want to be able to get through these. So first up we have Nathan Butler Oyadeji, a 20-year-old English right winger who can also play on the left-hand side. 2-star current ability, 4.5-star potential. He was 2.5 stars, so I'm guessing that kind of explains some of the players that we brought in who are way better than him in ability. Mentally, he's not that great. Technically, not great either, but we brought him in because of that 16 acceleration. I'm a simple man, that's all I really need. He's going to blitz League 2 defenders, hopefully. Apparently he's wanted on loan. Who by? Boston, Halifax and Kings Lynn. Did that say Halifax? It's Halifax. Yeah, he's not going on loan. We kind of need him for this season. We brought him in on a free from Arsenal, so he's been released from their academy. He's actually a north-south player. He's probably the lowest ability player in the squad. Well, that we brought in anyway. But potential to be League 2 standards. So if he gets time this season, that's absolutely fine. He'll develop. I think he'll be fine overall. Next up, we've got Brandon Horton, a new left back, and he'll be our starting left back for this season. 22-year-old English left back. 3-star current ability, 4.5-star potential. He is contracted. I thought he was on loan. He isn't. That's another left back we brought in. Brought him in. Who did we buy him from? Well, bring him in from Doncaster after he was released. He's played just around the lower leagues, to be honest, but he has played at national league level and he did okay. So he still has that ability to become, potential ability to become a League 2 player. So hopefully he'll realise that with us, unless we somehow get promoted, but I'm not counting on that this season. This next one is easily the biggest signing of the entire summer. Zidane Iqbal, 20-year-old Iraqi attacking midfielder / central midfielder / left winger. He could cover a lot of positions for us. 3-star current ability, 4.5-star potential. Amazingly, we got him in for Manchester United. I offered him a big contract, £900 a week, and I just thought, you know what, I doubt he's going to come to us anyway. And then it just asked for confirmation. I literally sat there debating, should we accept it or shouldn't we? I took the plunge because I want to play with an attacking midfielder this season, and Iqbal definitely ticks those boxes. In fact, if we go here, he'd be an advanced playmaker or even a shadow striker at a push. He's more than capable of being able to play in that position. I think he'll be fine for us. He's easily going to be one of our best players going forward, hopefully, this season behind our strikers. Next up is another player who I was going to play in attacking midfield. He can also play on the wings. Stevenson, 20-year-old English attacking midfielder and winger. 3-star current ability, 5-star potential. He comes in on a free from Newcastle. He's played in the Premier League and he did well. I mean, 3 substitute appearances, but he put in a 7.2. That persuaded me to part with the hard-earned cash per week for his wage. He's a National League player, but with potential to be in League, be a League 2 player. He is going to be in League 2 this season. How much is he even on? 675. It's not as much as Iqbal. That's absolutely fine. We do have a bunch of release clauses in the squad for some of these players. 120,000 for Stevenson, 115,000 for Iqbal. Let's have a look. I think that is the only ones. Brendan Horton actually, I think, has one. Yes, 325,000. So we're bringing them in on a free. If they do move on, then it's fine. We make a lot of money that we can reinvest into the club. All the other signings that we've made are all loans. So Luke Daly is the other left back we've made, loan that we've made from our affiliate club Huddersfield. 2.5-star current ability, 5-star potential. If he was anything like Onaldo Krasniki last season, we're in for a treat. He's not going to be coming back, by the way, Krasniki. I've tried to get him back on loan. He doesn't want to come to us. He doesn't want to know. He's happy to play in the National League, but he's not happy to play in League 2, which is just weird. Daly is a National League player, potential to be League 1 standard, so hopefully we have a very exciting player who hopefully will develop a lot more as the season goes on. Why is my microphone stuck on something? Good grief. Slavy Spazov from Oxford on loan. Another striker that we've got into the club. 21-year-old Bulgarian, 2.5-star current ability, 4.5-star potential. He hasn't played for Oxford at all. He's played in the National League. Oh, actually, no, he played for Oxford once in League 1. That will do nicely. He's a National League North-South player, apparently, probably because of all the lack of game time he's had. He could be League 2 standard. Judging by his attributes, I think he'll be alright. He'll definitely play... Hang on, is he... No, he's not a squad player. He's a regular starter, right? So either him or Moteng will more than likely be up front. Jack McKay is probably going to have to go out to the wings at some point. And our last signing is Adam Wilson on loan from Aldershot. You know, that team who gave us severe issues last season. 23-year-old English winger, 2.5-star current ability, 4-star potential. He comes in from Aldershot, playing a few times for them last season. Otherwise, he's formerly of Newcastle. So who's the other one that we got in from Newcastle? I think it was Stevenson, wasn't it? So hopefully those two will help each other settle in very, very nicely. No other players have actually gone out from the club since Svedersky. The board are not happy about us selling him, but what did they want me to do? Svedersky just accepted the contract. He wouldn't accept ours. It's not like we could do anything about that. But all those transfers mean that the media still think we're going to finish bottom and be relegated. I mean, the odds have actually gotten worse. The odds were 200 to 1 to win the title. It's now 300 to 1, which kind of says how much the rest of the division has probably strengthened. I hope it's not a case of we've gotten worse, but I don't think we have. Goldsmark Ford and Iqbal are our 2 best players, and they're 2 of the key players in the division near the bottom of the key players list. Fantastic. But we are at the start of the season. I think that's everything I needed to go through, except for tactics, actually. We have ditched the 4-2-4. I say that. It is still here. Where is it? There we go. It's still there, just in case. But for now, I do want to play a 4-2-3-1. My thinking behind it is just to help out the midfield a little bit more. Iqbal is playing as a shadow striker, actually. If necessary, he can play as an advanced playmaker and just sort of drop back a little bit. But for now, we'll see how this goes on the first day of the season. 4-2-3-1 custom wing play will be the tactic that we will start with, and we'll see how the team performs with that in League 2. First games of the season, Cambridge and Stevenage will be in the next episode. We're not going to be showing the League Cup. I doubt we're going to get very far in that. I'm probably going to be doing some rotation for that anyway, because we have a tiny squad. We have a very tiny squad of, not including this try list at the bottom, 21 people, and that is not big enough at all. Probably a few more players 1 or 2 maybe will come in throughout August, but it doesn't help. I didn't realise this. Doesn't help. In League 2, you can only have a squad of 22 players for a 46 game season. It's just not big enough. But next episode, Cambridge and Stevenage in our first ever games in the Football League here at Curzon Ashton. I'm really looking forward to it, provided we're very competitive. I think those 2 matches are going to show us if we can be competitive or not. We shall see. Folks, if you have enjoyed this episode and if you are looking forward to the new season and our first season in the Football League in this series, make sure you hit the like button down below and smash the big red subscribe button so you don't miss a single upload of our first season in the Football League here at Curzon Ashton. I'm really looking forward to this. But I thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you all in the next video.